The silent struggle with money is far more common than most people dare to admit. It's a quiet, insidious undertow that pulls at our peace of mind, often manifesting as a persistent knot of anxiety, a gnawing sense of never having quite enough, or the frustrating experience of hitting invisible ceilings no matter how hard we push. You might find yourself caught in a relentless cycle, working tirelessly, perhaps even achieving a degree of success, only to feel an inexplicable void, a lack of true financial freedom, or a nagging fear that it could all disappear in an instant. This isn't just about the numbers in your bank account. It's about the emotional weight, the unspoken shame, the hidden guilt that often accompanies our relationship with wealth or the lack thereof. It's the constant comparison, the feeling of being perpetually behind, or the subtle discomfort that arises when prosperity seems within reach, only to slip away. Perhaps you've tried all the conventional advice: budgeting apps, investment strategies, cutting expenses, working more hours. You've read the books, listened to the podcasts, and diligently followed the steps. Yet, despite your best efforts, the needle on your financial well-being seems to move with agonizing slowness, if at all. There's a persistent sense that something fundamental is missing, a piece of the puzzle that eludes even the most diligent efforts. You might even suspect, deep down, that the real barrier isn't external, isn't about the economy or your job market, but something far more intimate and ingrained within you. It's an unsettling realization because if the problem truly resides within, then how do you even begin to address it? How do you fight an enemy you can't see, an opponent that speaks in the whispers of your own thoughts? This isn't about blaming you for your current situation. It's about recognizing a universal truth that has been obscured by generations of misunderstanding and misinformation about how the world, and indeed our own minds, truly operate. We are often taught to focus on the external, to chase symptoms rather than address the root cause. What if I told you that the financial outcomes you experience are merely a reflection, a perfect mirror, of your internal world? What if your current reality is not a testament to your capabilities, but rather a precise manifestation of your deepest, often unconscious beliefs and paradigms about money? This can be a challenging idea to embrace, particularly when it feels like you're doing everything right, but getting all the wrong results. We are not just talking about incremental improvements here. We are talking about a paradigm shift so profound, so rapid, that it might feel almost unbelievable, perhaps even illegal, to those who cling to conventional wisdom. This journey isn't about tweaking your external actions. It's about fundamentally rewiring your internal operating system. It's about understanding and applying principles that govern success and abundance, principles that have been articulated and demonstrated by extraordinary thinkers like Bob Proctor, who taught us that our outer world is merely a reflection of our inner world. He often emphasized that the results we achieve are directly proportional to the image we hold of ourselves and our capabilities, particularly concerning wealth. The unique angle we are exploring together is the power of the subconscious mind to attract and create your financial reality, and how to harness that power with breathtaking speed. It's about moving beyond mere wishful thinking and into a realm of deliberate, conscious creation, where your thoughts and feelings become the architects of your financial destiny. This isn't magic. It's a deep dive into the universal laws that govern our existence, laws that, once understood and applied, can unlock a cascade of opportunities and resources you never knew existed. We're going to peel back the layers of societal conditioning, familial programming, and self-imposed limitations that have kept you from experiencing the financial freedom and abundance you truly deserve. Prepare to embark on a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about money, success, and your own potential. We will explore the subtle yet powerful forces that shape your financial reality, helping you to identify the invisible scripts running in your mind and how to rewrite them for a future of unprecedented prosperity. This is an invitation to step into a new identity, one where financial mastery isn't a distant dream, but a natural expression of who you are designed to be. The transformation ahead is not just about accumulating wealth. It's about cultivating a deep, abiding sense of peace, purpose, and unshakable confidence in your ability to create the life you truly desire, starting with your financial world. It's time to discover how quickly your life can change when you align with the true principles of abundance. The journey we are embarking on together begins not in external strategies, but deep within your own emotions and beliefs. For many, money isn't just a tool. It's an emotional minefield. It triggers deeply ingrained feelings, often beneath conscious awareness. Have you felt that gnawing anxiety checking your bank balance, even if the numbers are okay? Or perhaps a subtle shame or guilt desiring more wealth, as if abundance is wrong or selfish? Maybe it's the fear of success itself, the apprehension that with greater financial prosperity comes greater responsibility, judgment, or even loss. This intricate web of emotions, scarcity, shame, fear, guilt, or quiet resentment towards money, is not a sign of weakness. It is a normal, albeit uncomfortable manifestation of your current financial paradigm. This emotional reality dictates your actions, reactions, and ultimately your results. When Bob Proctor spoke about the terror barrier, he described this phenomenon: the invisible psychological wall we hit trying to move beyond our comfort zone, particularly in wealth. It's where old, familiar patterns of thought and feeling kick in, urging us to stay safe in what's known, even if it's limiting. This barrier isn't physical. It's deeply emotional, fueled by years of conditioning. It's why you might self-sabotage, make impulsive decisions, or avoid financial matters, even when you logically know what to do. The conflict isn't with money. It's with the stories, fears, and unresolved emotions money brings to the surface within you. Many of us carry these emotional burdens, internalized from childhood, family, and culture, creating contradictory and disempowering beliefs about money. You might consciously desire wealth, but subconsciously harbor beliefs like money is the root of all evil, or rich people are greedy, or it's noble to struggle. These conflicting programs create internal friction, making it difficult to attract or retain abundance. It's like driving with one foot on the accelerator and the other on the brake. The struggle is real and valid. These feelings are not your fault. They are simply the output of existing programming. Understanding and validating these internal conflicts is the crucial first step towards financial liberation. Acknowledge these feelings not as flaws, but as learned responses that can be unlearned. Give yourself permission to feel without judgment, recognizing these emotions as vital clues pointing to areas needing healing and reprogramming. Bob Proctor consistently reminded us that if you want to change your results, you must change your thinking. But before changing thinking, we must be acutely aware of what we are currently thinking and how those thoughts manifest as feelings. This awareness is your superpower, the initial flicker of light dissolving shadows of scarcity and fear. Realize you are not your emotions. You are their observer, empowered to choose a different path. This is where your journey to financial self-mastery begins, by bravely looking inward and embracing the emotional truth of your money relationship. With awareness now shining on your financial mindset, the next crucial step is to unearth the roots of those feelings and beliefs. We are talking about your personal money paradigm, a concept Bob Proctor taught was the master program running your financial life. This paradigm is not consciously chosen. It's a multitude of habits and beliefs deeply embedded in your subconscious, formed over years of exposure and experience. Think of it as the invisible operating system of your financial life, dictating your thoughts, feelings, and actions around money, even when you're not actively thinking about it. Where did this powerful paradigm come from? For most, it began in childhood. Imagine yourself as a sponge, soaking up every word, gesture, and unspoken tension related to money in your early environment. Did your parents often argue about finances? Did you hear phrases like, "We can't afford that?" or "Money doesn't grow on trees"? Were wealthy individuals portrayed negatively? Perhaps you witnessed constant struggle, instilling a belief that money is hard to come by or requires immense sacrifice. Conversely, you might have absorbed beliefs that money is frivolous or incompatible with spiritual pursuits. These are the building blocks of your subconscious money programming, shaping your default responses and expectations. Your family's financial story, cultural narratives, and even the economic climate during your formative years all contribute to this complex tapestry. This isn't about blaming anyone. It's about understanding conditioning. Your subconscious mind, a powerful and non-judgmental servant, simply recorded these experiences and conclusions as facts. It doesn't differentiate between what's true and what's perceived. It just accepts the data and works tirelessly to create a reality aligning with it. So, if your subconscious believes money is scarce, difficult, or problematic, it will unconsciously guide you to experiences validating those beliefs, perpetuating the struggles you consciously wish to escape. Recognizing this unconscious programming is an act of profound self-empowerment. It's like finding the source code for a program that's been running your life on autopilot. Without this awareness, you might repeat patterns, make similar financial mistakes, or feel stuck in a loop. Bob Proctor often said, "Your paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior, and almost all of your behavior is habitual." This means your current financial results are largely a direct output of this subconscious program. The good news is, once aware, you gain the power to consciously choose to rewrite them. This isn't just identifying a problem. It's illuminating the path to a solution, giving you the clarity and agency to intentionally design a new financial reality. This awareness is the key that unlocks the door to true transformation. With the light of awareness now shining on your money paradigm, we can begin the exhilarating work of dismantling limiting beliefs. This is where we actively break financial myths, those deeply held, often unconscious ideas about money that aren't serving your highest good. You might recognize some, "I'm not smart enough to be wealthy," "Money is hard to earn," "Rich people are greedy," or "There's not enough to go around." These aren't universal truths. They are outdated programs creating your current financial reality. Bob Proctor taught us that your thoughts determine your vibration, and your vibration determines what you attract. If your dominant thoughts are rooted in these myths, you are vibrating at a frequency that repels abundance. The power to change your financial trajectory lies in consciously choosing to replace these myths with empowering truths. This isn't superficial positive thinking. It's a fundamental shift in your understanding of money and your capacity to create it. For every limiting belief, there's an empowering counter-truth. Instead of "money is hard to earn," we reprogram with "money flows to me easily and abundantly from multiple sources." Instead of "I'm not good with money," we affirm, "I am an excellent money manager, and I make wise financial decisions." The key is to create new mental pathways, to impress upon your subconscious a new reality it will then manifest. This is where affirmations become profoundly powerful. An affirmation isn't just a sentence. It's a declaration of your desired reality spoken with conviction and feeling. It's a tool to bypass the critical conscious mind and plant new seeds directly into the fertile ground of your subconscious. Bob Proctor often said, "Thoughts become things." By consistently affirming your new financial truths, you are actively choosing the thoughts that will become your new reality. Here are some powerful affirmations to integrate daily. "I am a magnificent magnet for money, and wealth flows to me effortlessly. I am worthy of an abundant life, and I embrace prosperity in all its forms. My income is constantly increasing, and I am financially free. I am grateful for the wealth I have, and I joyfully welcome more. Every day, in every way, I am becoming wealthier and more financially secure." Repeat these daily, not just as words, but as felt experiences. Visualize them as already true. The more you impress these new truths upon your subconscious, the more your internal vibration shifts, aligning you with the frequency of abundance. This active, conscious reprogramming is the catalyst for the absurd speed of change. You are not just wishing for a different future. You are actively constructing it from the inside out, using universal laws of attraction and vibration. By consistently choosing empowering truths, you reclaim your power as a deliberate creator of your financial destiny, paving the way for a reality where financial freedom is inevitable. Now that you are actively breaking financial myths and implanting empowering truths, it's time to solidify these internal shifts with concrete, daily actions. This isn't about striving. It's about aligning your habits with your desired financial reality, allowing transformation to unfold naturally. Bob Proctor consistently taught that your present results are a manifestation of your past thinking. To change your future results, you must consciously change your daily thinking and actions. The beauty is these actions are not arduous. They are powerful, simple rituals that reprogram your subconscious and shift your vibrational frequency. One of the most potent practices is gratitude. Begin and end each day by consciously listing everything you are grateful for, especially in your financial world, no matter how small. Be grateful for the money you have, your home, your food, your opportunities. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, from what's lacking to what's present. It's impossible to feel fear or lack when truly grateful. This emotional state is a magnet for more of what you appreciate. By vibrating at the frequency of gratitude, you open yourself to receiving more financial blessings, effortlessly attracting resources and opportunities aligned with your appreciative state. Next, embrace the power of journaling. This isn't just a to-do list. It's a sacred space for self-discovery and conscious creation. Use your journal to capture thoughts and feelings about money, identify lingering limiting beliefs, and consciously rewrite your financial narrative. Write about your ideal financial future as if it has already happened. Describe the feelings of freedom, security, and joy. Use it to plan inspired actions, celebrate small wins, and track progress. Journaling brings clarity, allowing you to consciously direct your thoughts, making your subconscious programming explicit and malleable. Finally, master the art of visualization. Bob Proctor always emphasized the power of the picture in your mind. Take a few moments daily to vividly imagine yourself living in your desired financial reality. See yourself with the wealth you desire, experiencing the lifestyle it affords, feeling financial freedom and abundance. Engage all senses. What do you see, hear, feel, taste, and smell? This isn't just daydreaming. It's a powerful mental rehearsal, a blueprint for your subconscious. By consistently visualizing your success, you impress upon your subconscious that this reality is not only possible but already real. Your mind cannot distinguish between vivid imagination and reality, and it will begin to orchestrate circumstances to bring that mental picture into your physical reality. These consistent, intentional actions are the bridge between your internal world and your external results, turning abstract desire into tangible financial mastery. As you consistently engage in daily practices of gratitude, journaling, and visualization, something profound shifts within you. You are not merely changing habits. You are fundamentally altering your very identity. This is the stage where you step into the shoes of your future, financially empowered self. You begin to claim a new identity, that of someone who naturally attracts money, manages it with wisdom and grace, and lives in continuous abundance. This isn't an act. It's an evolution of your being. Bob Proctor often reiterated, "You are what you think you are." If you continue to identify as someone who struggles with money, that will be your reality. But when you consciously choose to identify as a financially masterful individual, your entire world reorients to match that internal truth. This new identity isn't just about bank account numbers. It's about the person you become. It encompasses emotional maturity, a deeper sense of purpose, and an unshakable ethical foundation. A financially abundant identity understands that prosperity is not just for personal gain, but for greater contribution. It's about having the resources, time, and freedom to make a significant positive impact, to support causes, and to uplift others. Your wealth becomes a tool for good, an extension of your highest values. This perspective elevates money beyond survival or status, transforming it into a powerful force for creation and positive change. Embracing this new identity also means cultivating emotional maturity around money. It means releasing old fears, shame, and guilt, approaching your finances with calm confidence. It means making decisions from clarity and power, rather than scarcity or anxiety. You become a person who understands money is energy, a servant to your desires, rather than a master to be feared. This emotional maturity allows you to navigate financial challenges with resilience and celebrate successes with humility and gratitude. You are not defined by your bank balance. You are defined by your character, purpose, and unwavering belief in your capacity to create and manage wealth responsibly. This shift in identity is the cornerstone of sustained financial self-mastery. It's the realization that you are not just a recipient of good fortune. You are a deliberate creator. You are stepping into your inherent power, recognizing that true abundance is an inside job, a reflection of your inner state. As you embody this new identity, confident, purposeful, and financially astute, opportunities will appear, resources materialize, and your financial reality transforms with an absurd speed that once seemed impossible. You are no longer chasing money. You are attracting it because you have become the person aligned with its flow. You have now journeyed through the intricate layers of your financial mindset, from confronting internal conflicts and uncovering old paradigms, to actively breaking myths, embracing empowering actions, and claiming a new, abundant identity. This is not the end of the journey, but the powerful beginning of your continuous financial evolution. The transformation we've discussed, the kind that feels almost illegal in its speed and profundity, is sustained through unwavering commitment to your new internal operating system. Bob Proctor always reminded us that success is a continuous process of growth and alignment. You are not merely changing your financial situation. You are becoming a master of your own destiny, constantly refining your relationship with money and with yourself. To solidify this commitment and ensure long-term emotional alignment, let's engage in a final, powerful moment of reprogramming. Close your eyes, take a deep, calming breath, and allow yourself to fully embody your new financial identity. Feel the deep peace and confidence that comes from knowing you are worthy of abundance. See yourself living in the financial freedom you desire. Visualize your bank accounts reflecting your prosperity, your life filled with purposeful work, and your ability to contribute expanding exponentially. Feel the joy, gratitude, and profound security that comes with being completely aligned with the flow of wealth. This vivid mental image is your new reality, impressed deeply into your subconscious, ready to manifest. Now open your eyes and carry that feeling with you. Your commitment is to consistently nurture this new paradigm. This means daily affirmations, continuous gratitude, conscious visualization, and mindful awareness of your thoughts and feelings about money. It means choosing empowering beliefs over limiting ones every single day. Remember, the universe is always responding to your dominant vibration. By consistently maintaining a high vibrational frequency of abundance, gratitude, and worthiness, you will continue to attract opportunities, resources, and experiences that perfectly match your internal state. This is your promise to yourself, to live from this new, empowered identity, to embrace the universal laws of attraction and vibration, and to never settle for less than the abundant life you are capable of creating. You are not just changing your finances. You are transforming your entire life, unlocking a potential you always knew was there. The speed at which your reality shifts will be astonishing, because you are now operating in harmony with the very laws that govern creation. Step forward with confidence, knowing you are the architect of your financial destiny, and that true abundance is your birthright. Embrace this journey of continuous growth, and watch as your world reflects the magnificent wealth you cultivate within. The time for your absurd financial transformation is now. There is a profound, often unspoken, internal drama playing out in the minds of countless individuals concerning their finances. It's not merely about the figures on a statement or the balance in an account. It's an intricate, relentless dialogue within, a perpetual tug-of-war between what you consciously desire and what your subconscious mind is programmed to accept. This silent negotiation dictates far more than your spending habits. It shapes your capacity to earn, to save, and to even conceive of a life of genuine financial ease. Perhaps you've experienced the subtle yet persistent sensation of hitting an invisible ceiling, a self-imposed barrier that seems to materialize just as you near a new level of prosperity. You might even find yourself on the cusp of a significant financial breakthrough, only for an unexpected setback or a wave of self-doubt to pull you back to a familiar, albeit less desirable, comfort zone. This isn't coincidence. It's the predictable output of an internal system designed to keep you aligned with your deepest, often unexamined, beliefs about money. Consider, for a moment, the sheer psychological weight of this internal conflict. It manifests not just as overt anxiety, but as subtle forms of procrastination when it comes to financial planning, a curious avoidance of opportunities that could lead to greater wealth, or even a peculiar discomfort when receiving unexpected windfalls. This discomfort can lead to a rapid dissipation of new funds, almost as if an internal financial thermostat is recalibrating itself back to a setting it deems familiar and safe, regardless of how limiting that setting might be. This phenomenon, which Bob Proctor often alluded to, highlights the powerful influence of our habitual thinking patterns, our paradigms, in governing our actions and results. He frequently reminded us that our paradigms are so deeply ingrained they largely control our habitual behavior, and indeed, most of our behavior is habitual. The struggle isn't with external forces. It's with the deeply etched mental programs that resist departure from the known, even when the known is undesirable. Another facet of this internal struggle surfaces as a profound questioning of one's own worthiness. Deep down, many people harbor a quiet belief that they are not truly deserving of substantial wealth, or that prosperity is reserved for others who are somehow more intelligent, more connected, or simply luckier. This sentiment is often rooted in inherited narratives, stories from childhood, societal messages, or cultural myths that subtly imply a zero-sum game, where one person's gain is another's loss, or that wealth is inherently corrupting. Consequently, when genuine opportunities for financial advancement present themselves, this underlying sense of unworthiness can trigger self-sabotaging behaviors, creating obstacles where none objectively exist. It's a cruel irony. The very thing you consciously strive for is implicitly rejected by a part of your own psyche, leading to a profound sense of frustration and stagnation. The emotional toll of this continuous internal friction is considerable. It drains mental energy, diminishes motivation, and can lead to a pervasive sense of powerlessness over one's financial destiny. Imagine attempting to build a magnificent structure on a cracked foundation. No matter how grand your blueprints or how diligently you work, the inherent instability will eventually compromise the entire endeavor. Similarly, when your internal financial foundation is fractured by conflicting beliefs and emotional resistance, true, sustainable wealth creation becomes an arduous, exhausting battle. This isn't a moral failing. It is a learned response, a testament to the powerful, often invisible, programming we've all absorbed throughout our lives. Acknowledging this intricate internal landscape is not about wallowing in past struggles, but about illuminating the path forward. It's about recognizing that these feelings and behaviors, however frustrating, are not permanent flaws but rather symptoms of a correctable underlying system. Bob Proctor's teachings consistently emphasized the critical distinction between what we know intellectually and what we believe at a subconscious level. The internal conflict arises precisely in this gap. We might consciously understand financial principles, yet our subconscious programming pulls us in a different direction. This realization, however, is immensely liberating. It means the solution lies not in working harder against external circumstances, but in intelligently and deliberately reprogramming the internal mechanism that orchestrates your financial reality. This deep introspection, this brave look into the heart of your financial struggles, is the very first, most crucial step toward an unprecedented transformation. Reflecting on this profound journey we've embarked upon, where the very architecture of your inner world has been meticulously examined, a palpable shift begins to coalesce. What initially presented as an intricate web of unseen resistances and deeply rooted patterns has, through a process of conscious illumination, started to untangle. The quiet, persistent hum of scarcity, once a pervasive backdrop to your financial landscape, now gives way to a clearer, more resonant frequency. This isn't merely a fleeting change in perspective. It signifies a fundamental recalibration of your inherent energetic blueprint, an internal compass now firmly oriented towards a different magnetic north. The cumulative effect of bringing awareness to your default settings and actively choosing to replace them has forged a new internal landscape, one that is no longer a prisoner of inherited narratives but a deliberate creation of your highest aspirations. The crucible of introspection, where long-held beliefs were brought into the light and gently, yet firmly reshaped, has laid down new neural pathways. This diligent cultivation of different thought patterns, reinforced by intentional daily rituals, is akin to redirecting a powerful river. The landscape downstream will inevitably transform. This isn't about superficial adjustments to your external actions. It's a profound retuning of the instrument that plays the symphony of your financial reality. Each note of gratitude, every stroke of visualization, and the consistent affirmation of your inherent worthiness combine to create a harmonious resonance that the external world cannot help but mirror. The previously fragmented elements of your financial self are now converging, creating a unified and powerful force that actively draws your desired reality into being. As these inner shifts gain momentum, a powerful sense of agency emerges. The once unseen forces that seemed to dictate your financial ebb and flow now reveal themselves as exquisitely responsive to your conscious direction. You are no longer a passive observer of your circumstances but have stepped into the role of an active co-creator, wielding the very tools of thought and feeling that shape destiny. This cultivated awareness of your inner workings, coupled with the intentional reshaping of your personal narrative, unlocks a potential that transcends incremental improvements. It points towards a trajectory of growth so accelerated, so aligned with universal principles, that it truly begins to defy conventional expectations, ushering in an era of unprecedented financial flow. Drawing these strands together, it becomes unequivocally clear that the most significant shifts originate not in the external realm, but deep within the fertile ground of your own consciousness. The implications of this internal mastery are vast, extending far beyond the mere accumulation of wealth. They touch upon a deeper sense of purpose, an unshakable inner peace, and an expanded capacity for contribution that enriches not only your life but the lives of those around you. As you stand at this pivotal juncture, having meticulously prepared the inner soil and sown the seeds of a new reality, the final step beckons. A powerful declaration, a definitive commitment to fully embrace and embody this new paradigm, cementing its presence in every facet of your being. The stage is set for a magnificent unfolding. Having navigated the intricate labyrinth of your financial consciousness, from the subtle whispers of scarcity to the empowering roar of self-mastery, you now stand at a profound threshold. The journey has been one of deep introspection, a meticulous excavation of the beliefs, emotions, and inherited narratives that have shaped your financial reality. This was not merely an intellectual exercise, but a visceral experience of confronting the invisible forces that have either propelled you forward or held you back. The true revelation, the one that underpins every facet of this transformation, is the undeniable truth that your external financial world is an exquisitely precise mirror of your internal landscape. The prosperity you seek, the freedom you crave, and the abundance you deserve are not external prizes to be won, but rather the natural efflorescence of an inner state meticulously cultivated and consciously aligned. This profound understanding transcends conventional wisdom, which often externalizes the pursuit of wealth, making it seem like a relentless struggle against external odds. Instead, the insights gleaned from this journey illuminate a far more potent truth. You possess an inherent, almost alchemical, capacity to orchestrate your financial reality from within. The absurd speed of transformation that once seemed almost mythical is, in fact, the entirely predictable outcome of aligning your conscious desires with your subconscious programming. When your dominant thoughts, feelings, and beliefs harmonize with the vision of your desired financial future, the universe conspires to bring it into being with an efficiency that can indeed feel astonishing. This isn't magic. It's the elegant, unyielding operation of universal laws, responding to the vibrational frequency you consistently emit. You are not a passive recipient of circumstances, but an active architect of your destiny, capable of forging a reality that reflects your highest aspirations. The implications of this internal mastery extend far beyond the mere accumulation of wealth. As you dissolve the limiting paradigms that once constrained your financial flow, you simultaneously liberate other facets of your being. A newfound sense of peace replaces the gnawing anxiety that often accompanies financial struggle. A deeper, more authentic sense of purpose emerges, as you recognize that true abundance empowers you not just for personal gain, but for greater contribution, impact, and a more expansive expression of your unique gifts. Financial freedom, in this context, becomes a catalyst for a life lived with greater intention, joy, and emotional maturity, allowing you to engage with the world from a place of sufficiency rather than lack. This holistic transformation enriches your relationships, fuels your passions, and deepens your connection to the world around you, creating a ripple effect of positive change. The true practice, however, begins now. The insights you've gained, the beliefs you've reprogrammed, and the identity you've begun to embody are not static achievements but dynamic states requiring continuous cultivation. Your commitment to daily gratitude, conscious visualization, and unwavering affirmations serves as the bedrock for sustaining this new paradigm. It is through this consistent, intentional engagement with your inner world that you maintain the high vibrational frequency necessary to attract and sustain your desired financial reality. Consider each moment of conscious choice, each affirmation repeated with conviction, each instance of gratitude felt deeply, as a powerful vote for the abundant future you are actively constructing. This is not about perfection, but about persistent, loving attention to the inner garden of your mind, ensuring it remains fertile ground for prosperity to flourish. Embrace this newfound power with unwavering confidence and an open heart. You are no longer bound by the invisible chains of past conditioning or the limitations of conventional thinking. You are a deliberate creator, armed with the profound understanding that your inner world is the blueprint for your outer experience. Step forward into your life as the financially masterful individual you are becoming, knowing that the universe is eager to respond to your clear intention and elevated vibration. The transformation ahead will not just be significant, it will be startling in its speed and breathtaking in its scope. This is your invitation to live a life of unprecedented financial freedom, purpose, and joy. A life that once seemed impossible, now within your grasp, ready to unfold with an absurd speed that is truly your birthright.